The red lights are on and the field is set now as Pure Magnus goes forward, completes the line. Set, ready. And they're racing as well now in the Robertson. It was Fred Dagg from the inside and also Platoon that jumped well, but Pure Magnus is going to burn across and head them off. Cockney Crew, Blackwood River out there towards the middle of the track go forward, and Hyperspace is going to attack for the front as well. So Hyperspace on top early from Cockney Crew. Accelerate went up there in the middle as Pure Magnus eased back, and around the outside goes Blackwood River, but stranded deep in the early part. A length away, Final Hearing. Fred Dagg is next from Platoon. Classic Jack, he's a gunslinger, Chapasco, and back on the inside the favourite Regal Power next to last. And so at the 1200 they go, and the leader is Hyperspace when they come down the riverside. 1100 to travel, Hyperspace, 3/4 on Cockney Crew at a strong gallop. Then a length and a half to Blackwood River, who was able to drop over now and get that beautiful trail third. A further 3 lengths to Pure Magnus from Accelerate. Then Fred Dagg down on the inside of Final Hearing. A length and a half to He's a Gunslinger, going up just in advance of Platoon, had got back into the field. Classic Jack behind it, then Regal Power down on the inside, and Chapasco relegated to last. Hyperspace taken on by Cockney Crew at the 600 now in the Robert Stakes, and Cockney Crew got about a half a length on Hyperspace. Blackwood River third, then 2 lengths to Pure Magnus, followed by Accelerate. Fred Dagg is tracking up near the fence. Around heels now Final Hearing. Platoon push deep, then He's a Gunslinger. Classic Jack well back in the field. Regal Power at the top of the home straight, and last Chapasco. Cockney Crew stormed to the front at the 250. Blackwood River in pursuit, then Platoon starting to run on strongly. Here comes Platoon winding up at the 150, and Platoon sprints up, grab Cockney Crew. Blackwood River into the clear, Regal Power, but it's Platoon running away. Platoon goes on to win the Robert Stakes. Second Regal Power, Blackwood River third, Cockney Crew fourth. They were followed by Final Hearing and Classic Jack. Fred Dagg from last, Chapasco. Further back in the field to Pure Magnus. Third from last, Accelerate. He's a Gunslinger. And the early pacemaker had knocked right up Hyperspace and failed to beat a runner in. Number 3, Platoon. Big run here by the son of Playing God to win the Robert Stakes. Jumped okay, and then he got back a few tiers behind them in the middle stages. But he has come with a withering burst as Cockney Crew, Blackwood River made the corner after getting to the lead around the bend. And then down the outside, Regal Power, but was a day from them. Blackwood River holding down third ahead of the tiring Cockney Crew. It worked outside of a pretty steady pace. In fact, it was better than steady all of the way, and this suited Platoon right down to the ground. Raced by Neville and Carolyn Parnham, Colin Loxton, Steve Kilner, Sean Kenny, P. Evans and Di Tracy, trained by Neville Parnham and ridden by Stephen Parnham, the son of Playing God out of Oriel, home to win the listed Robert Stakes today. And this is the 3-year-old's first black type victory from only 2 career wins in a career that has promised a lot to date. Today he delivers. Beating home Regal Power by Piero from Broadway Bell, Grant Alana Williams, ridden by William Pike, and in third placing Blackwood River, with the blinkers going on the Blackfriars gelding from Athena's Me Mum, trained by Stephen Miller, ridden by Sean McGruddy. Cockney Crew fourth home. Okay, other details along soon. Let's get out to Britt Taylor, who's now with Steve Parnham after the victory of Platoon. And today the race was really set up for him. He was a victim of circumstances last start. Back there in the field, pace did not suit today, much more genuine, and he ran right to his ability.
He certainly did, and it's an ability that Stephen Parnham, Neville Parnham, they've been saying for a long time that he has. Steve, you're just mentioning that this is what you see in track work all the time, but today he really delivered.
Yeah, look, you know, like track work, we've always had a big rap on him. He was cold last prep, and I don't know if we got the best out of him, and he truly showed it today.
How did that tempo being on suit today?
Look, I think it really helped. He's got to learn to settle a little bit more, but it gave him something to chase. When they let go, I was able to peel out, and he let down with them.
Do you expect as he gets over a little bit further, still he's going to have improvement?
Well, I think he was still improving into today's run, and I'd like to think that there's probably a little bit left in him. So he's probably settling better and better each run this prep, and that's going to help him going forward.
And a nice family effort, this one, and a son of playing God, which obviously you, Rob, makes it even more special.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, good association with him and have a soft spot for him. So to win on one of his babies is quite special, and hopefully there's more.
Let's hope so. Congratulations on taking this one out.
Thank you.
Stephen Parnham there with Brittany Taylor. Now Neville Parnham joins us, the Hall of Fame trainer and platoon. As we pointed out in that pre-race interview, he's always showed the ability, and today he's delivered over a bit more of a trip.
Oh, I guess we've all been waiting for him to put his hand up, and you know, you would probably not be sort of out of your saying out of time that you know, he has been on face value looked a bit disappointing, but he's never drawn a barrier. He's always drawn wide, and he's in the shorter races, you know, and as they get over a bit more longer distance, it probably doesn't matter as much. But, you know, in the shorter course races, he's just been out the back and wide and pushed deep, and, you know, he works like a really, really good horse, and he's not as good as his sire, but he won like his sire today.
Neville, we had a chat to you before the Magic Millions when he was first up in that 3-year-old classic, and you always said that he's a horse on a Derby campaign. How much improvement left in him now towards that big feature classic race coming up shortly?
Oh, look, there's definitely improvement in him. You know, he's not fully screwed down yet. He, you know, I thought he'd run well today, but like, I guess like everybody else, you know, you're a little bit reserved because you think that he should have probably done it by now. But yeah, look, there's definitely something left in the tank, and we just need to teach him to settle a little bit better. He was nice and relaxed today. The other day he was just being a bit naughty and sort of on his toe, but he's starting to learn as we've sort of ramped the work up into him. He's been a lot better and a lot more settled, and he's a classy looking horse, and I think he'll certainly go on with it. And even though he's probably not bred to be a stayer, I think he'll run 1.5 miles on his ear.
Oh, looking forward to that race now. He's the one. He's probably nearly the horse to beat now, Nev.
Yeah, on that run, you'd certainly say so, but he's still got to get to the 22 and then the 24. But he just never got a high heart rate. He's always so relaxed, and I just think that, you know, that'll do him the world of good and make him run that distance on his ear.
The stable is having quite the run. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Neville Parnham there. Regal Power was good, got a long way back, hit the line strongly to finish second. Blackwood River with the blinkers on. They backed him too. Was a good effort. Cottony Crew also on pace. Fred Dagg just off those. But Platoon, he might be, I don't know if he'll be your new favourite for the Derby, but that was impressive. Regal Power second, Blackwood River third. We'll take a break here on Sky Thoroughbred Central. We'll be back with plenty more on the other side of this.